All right, round 2. Certainly have a keepable hand here. Debating whether I open with the Outcast of the Monk. I'm not sure. Scream Reach Brawler. Ah, Corpse Weft. All right. Ooh, that's interesting. Guess we go. Outcast puts more. I think Outcast is what we want because it puts more pressure on the board than the Dragon Bell does. In a way. Because it puts 3 power on the board rather than 2. I mean, granted, Dragon Bell Monk probably followed up with a Jeskai Rune Mark is better, but I'd rather just play creatures and find a good opportunity to play Rune Mark. If he just dashes again, we're still fine. I'm certainly not going to double block it. Yeah, this is fine. I can easily... I actually think it would have been better for him to hard cast it, in my opinion, because I can just take damage here, no problem. I'm cracking back for more damage, which means I should be gaining on the race. Yeah, I think I just follow up with Monk here. Now if I draw land, I get to go Scale Guard, which is pretty sick. If he just makes like a play, I get to Jeskai Rune Mark. Yeah, so now I think I'm just going to Rune Mark. Guess it still leaves it in like Bathe and Dragonfire range, but that's a lot of pressure. Yeah, I guess I could Lotus Patch in too. If I Rune Mark, I get to get in for 8 damage. It's pretty big. Even if he has the 2-for-1, I draw a land and play Scale Guard. I think I just go for it. Could also do it on the Outcast. It feels so much more right on the Monk. He has to answer this Monk immediately. If he doesn't answer the Monk, he dies. If he does answer the Monk, it's not like I'm... Does it look like my hand has like a lack of ways to do explosive things? Like if I draw a land, I just get to go slam Scale Guard, tap whatever you got, get in for more damage. This is definitely the right play. If I had no other action in my hand besides the Jeskai Rune Mark, I think I would second guess this play, but this seems absolutely right now. All right, so if he has Bathe and Dragonfire, okay. I play at least Lotus Patch in, at best Elite Scale Guard. That's certainly not the answer. All right, so now we just slam, I think, Lotus Patch in. I could do Soul Summons to Prowess, but no. We're just getting another flyer out there. Get in for 5. All right. Still lethal next turn, right? With Elite Scale Guard it is. No, with Soul Summons it is lethal next turn for sure. So the Wild Slash play on the token, not a big deal. So our opponent seems like, just based on this match, a less impressive version of what our last opponent did. Corpse Weft, not the best in a black-red aggro. Marsh Hulk, not the best in a black-red aggro either. It's not the worst either, but it's not terribly exciting. All right, he gets some pretty good value here. He still has to lose life, though. Oh, yeah, in fact, he can't even afford to lose the life. All right. So I think we just force him to chump block. Yeah, so we just play Soul Summons. Double Prowess, he's got a chump block. He takes 3, he loses Zaven. Get another Jin? It's pretty nice too. Alright, he did find the answer, but it is too little too late at this point. Good to know that he's got the Bathe in Dragonfire. So it did mean that Rune Mark play was quite a bit more risky, but like I said, we had a grip full of good plays there. So our opponent, despite being black-red, does not seem terribly aggressive. Could have just been he didn't get an aggressive start, but he seems much more like a black-red value deck because he has like Vulturous Haven, Corpse Weft, Marsh Hulk. He does have some dash dudes, but it didn't strike me as a hyper-aggressive deck. So I'm not sure I want to do that same sort of Student of Ojutai, whatever the other card I brought in plan was, Updraft Elemental. I don't think these are going to be necessities in this match. Glint is something I can consider, but I think we're going to just keep it the same for now. I mean, yeah, it worked pretty well game 1, so I don't see why not. Let's try this again. Yeah, certainly a keep. Get to go Warrior into Outcast, which is quite nice. Impact Trimmers, all right. Looks like he's trying it out too. It's pretty cool. So still definitely doing Warrior into Outcast. Now that we know he's got Bathe in Dragonfire, I don't think we need to put all of our eggs in one basket. No plays kind of strikes me as he's got a Wild Slash, so let's just go ahead and swing, see if he's got some removal. And actually, if he Wild Slashes, I can pump in response, which is pretty nice. But if he has a Seismic Rupture, I guess the nice thing is we get to keep our Spirit, so that's kind of nice. All right, Vulturous Haven. So Honor's Reward really does look good here. So we're going to trade an Honor's Reward for a Vulturous Haven. And even if he has a removal spell, we're still getting some good pressure in there. It's an interesting choice to block, I must say. So do this one, get out of range, kill that thing, he takes some damage. I would have thought he'd go for the Dramoka Warrior. All right, so now he's pretty much just got a slam removal on our Sandstep Outcast, which is actually really good news for us because we get to follow up with a Sandcrafter Mage. I think pumping our Spirit, I'd rather have my Flyer pumped than my 3-1. So his best play is removal on our dude. If he doesn't do removal on our dude, he's in a pretty tough spot at that point. Just a concession. All right. So got match 2 pretty soundly. Deck played very well this time around. So we'll see how we do in the finals. Okay, round 3, we have the choice. And, yeah, we got to keep this. I mean, granted, we don't have a 2-drop, and we have some of our expensive stuff in here, but Sandstep Outcast, baby. Yeah, and we have both our colors. I think it's worthy of a keep. All right. Unfortunately, our last opponent, ooh, I would have kept that too. Well, I would have drawn, let's see, I was on the play, so I would have played a land, drawn that, played a land, drawn that. Ooh, and then we would have drawn the land. We would have actually been just fine on curve. I mean, we would have had a grip full of expensive stuff, but we would have had plays. Yeah, so opponent, unfortunately, disconnected a few times, and I guess timed out. So only 2 matches with this draft. Overall, I liked this deck. What did I rate it? 7.5. I think that's a proper rating. I liked it. I was happy to see Jeskai Runemark do something and win us a game. I think this is like the 3rd time I've had Great Teacher's Decree, and I've yet to do something cool with it. I still think the card's good, but especially in this deck, but I never got to do anything nasty with it. Sunscorched Regent died right away. I never got to play Pristine Skywise. I never got to play Scale Guard. So I guess in that respect, a little bit underwhelming in terms of seeing our cool finishers. But I think our 2 and 3 drops are pretty phenomenal. So hope you enjoyed it anyway, and we'll see you for the next draft.